Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today, the other day, blacked out on Target's website and bought a full face of makeup. And let me tell you what, I am blown away by the result. This literally looks like high-end makeup on my face. And I could not be more excited. So yeah, I will put everything I used in my bio down below. And before we get into this, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. All right, let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's begin. I am so excited. So I'm going to take these really fun kitsch clips and I'm going to try to get my hair out of my face. These are not Drugstore, but they are super cute. I'm pretty sure you can find clips, like flat clips like this, anywhere. What do we think about the middle part? I'm really trying to put that on myself, so we'll see. I just need to learn more styling techniques for myself to make me like it. So I guess giving myself a little bit more volume in here a little bit. I don't know. Also, I apologize for all of the noise. There is not a quiet time during the week because there's construction happening over here, and then today the gardeners decided to show up. So woohoo, lots of noise. So I apologize. Hopefully any music that I put underneath you actually can enjoy that versus all of the banging and backing up and beeping and blowing that's happening in the background. I'm actually going to start off with a skincare situation. Now this is actually at Target. The Skin Food, like I said, blowing. Can we do it? Can we do it? Maybe if I talk louder we can. Anyway. Okay, so the, I think it's called Weleda. Weleda? Ooh, I can't pronounce anything. I had trouble in the last video. Anyways, this is Skin Food. And Katie Hughes, I will talk about her a million times over because I love her. She's a makeup artist and, well, professional makeup artist, but also does a ton on Instagram. And she has used this and I have fallen in love with using this for makeup. I did bust this open, so this isn't a first impression. I was just so excited. So I took a little dollop, and this is super thick. So I'm going to really warm that up in my fingies and really begin working that in. Also, if I have to speed up some of this because of all of the chit-chatting happening, I can even hear people screaming with the construction. I'm sorry. See, every time she applies this, I just die because her skin is so glowy and healthy looking, and it's got the best, like, what am I trying to say? Essential oil / citrus smell to it. And I think 2 nights now I've worn this as my night. What am I trying to say? Night moisturizer. Wow. And have really enjoyed it. And my skin did not break out. It's mostly what seems to be oils, so oh, I love it. I think we should prime, don't you? So I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Luminous, let's see, what is it called? Luminous Putty Primer. This is the one that is yellow, so let's open her up. And I have everything else I have not tried other than I put the concealers and the foundation on my hand to see just how badly I matched myself. This also feels amazing. This primer feels awesome. Super excited about that. I've been looking and praying that this will work just as good as the Tatcha, which I've like gotten samples of it, but I've never actually bought it because no one wants to spend $50 on a primer. So I really hope I like this. Like, my fingers are crossed. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Blonde. This is what she looks like. I think she was like $3. If I like her, I will be so happy. Let's see how she looks. The color looks really good. Let's see. Just to kind of show you, I was worried with the packaging that it would be, I was worried with the packaging that it was going to be too warm. I was going to be really devastated. Let's see. Okay, that mirror's not too much. I was going to be really devastated if the color was just so off from my brow color that you would be able to see it. But it is not. It is actually a really great color. There. think I am in love. That's a great color. Yay! And it's just taupe enough, which is wonderful, because a lot of times they go too warm for us natural blondes, which I am that, where we need color, like we need some, almost like a brunette-esque deepness, but we need cool tone, and this is, they did it right. I have been really impressed with e.l.f. lately, just with what they've been posting and what I've seen. I've not bought anything until now. I am digging it. Let's see how this brush is. She's nice and big, which I like. Tapers. I'll need to clean her up. So it's very pigmented, I will say that. And that is a good thing because you can always play with the intensity with the spoolie on the other side. Nice. Well, I am very excited that a $3 brow pencil works for me because, let's be real, who wants to pay $20 for a brow pencil? I sure don't, but I don't have to. Okay, cool. So I actually did pick up this e.l.f. It's a clear brow and lash mascara, and at first I was like, why do they have two different ends? And I realized one's for brow and then one is for lashes. So I feel like you're more likely to have more color go back into the tube. My hand's really slippery. You're more likely to have color go back in the tube with the brow one. I was like, e.l.f. was thinking. They were thinking about us. I'm gonna go in and sweep this. And we'll see how she holds up the brows. Not bad. Thus far, brow products, they are good, and I think maybe $5 or $6. I can't explain how excited I was to do this video. So I think next I want to go into eyes first because we're going to do a lot of color today. And I ended up getting these because I was super interested in trying them, the Line and Define tape from e.l.f., which is why I want to do my eyes first. I'd rather not put the tape over concealer because I feel like, why do that when you have the option to not? And we don't want to lift up and mess up the concealer. So let's see what these do. Oh, actually you could probably get away with putting this. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I want to follow that bottom lash line. They stick, which is great. Okay, so I ended up not getting an eye primer. I ended up buying two concealers, and after trying them, so this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, and then I've got the Milani Conceal and Perfect. And after trying those two, I think because I'm so dry, I couldn't get the hydrating concealer. That's the next on my list to try from them. But this concealer dries down to almost powder. I was like, how are these people using this and not looking like the Sahara Desert? So I am gonna actually use this as primer, and then we'll see if that, later down the line, if that hydrating concealer is a little better for my face. So I'm gonna dot this on. And the coverage on this is wild, in a good way. And the sponge I'll be using is the same one that I normally use, the Morphe one. It is drugstore-esque pricing. I didn't really buy any tools for this video because, you know, shouldn't be spending too much money, and I have plenty of tools here. Anyway. All right. And then I think I'm gonna take just a touch on my hand and grab a detailing brush or just a flat brush and go through and clean up my brow underneath. I ended up getting 2 powders as well. So I got the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which super excited because I saw Katie say she loved that. And then of course, I've never tried it, but the Cody Airspun. And I'm gonna take the Cody Airspun, and it comes with this little poof puff, which I doubt I'll use. And I went ahead and unboxed everything because I didn't feel like spending 2 hours just trying to get everything out of the packaging. I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush. This is the Bellamy Tools 787. Yep. And I'm gonna just dust around here. This does smell like Old Lady, but for like $6 versus like the Laura Mercier, what, 30 something? Or Hourglass, 40 something dollar powder. I can handle that smell. And now my absolute most exciting part is, I'm trying to keep myself organized because I got a bunch of makeup on this table. Okay, excitement back. Is this Makeup Geek eyeshadow? Holy guacamole. Am I not, like, I knew they were in Target, but I am so excited to have something that's, I mean, yes, it's, you know, it is in plastic packaging. It is, you know, it does have the tape on it telling you the name, which is, this quad is called the Olive View. But I was so excited about this. And of course I went ahead and dug my finger in. And they are so pigmented. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you some swatcheroos here. So ignore these other swatches that I have on my hand. So this is the shimmery shade. I mean, look at that. Like the fact that she, Marlena, was like, yeah, okay, I'll put my stuff in Target, but not change the quality. And this is that really olive green color. I mean, they're just so pigmented. This taupey brown color here. I mean, look at that. I know swatches aren't gonna show the biggest quality, but holy cow. Yes, they're not powdery. Thank you, Makeup Geek, for going into Target. Because now you can actually see the product. I need to get this stuff off my hands. So I'm gonna do a fun little cut crease moment today. I think I've decided. I'm gonna start off by packing on this darker green shade, I believe. So I'm gonna start from darker and then work my way into lighter. So I'm gonna take this Morphe brush, this G18. Not a lot of flyaway. And I'm gonna begin packing on the product on this outer corner here. And I'm gonna do my best to keep it low. I'm gonna grab this Morphe M433. Pick up, I'm gonna go in with this olive shade right here. Ooh, olive shade right here. Just begin adding it in on the outside, and then I'll sweep it over. One day this construction will be over. One day. I'm going to pick up a smaller brush, this Morphe M506, and I'm gonna take that matte, or that muted brown shade. I'm gonna take this and just dust it above that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there with the crease situation, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut out, because from there I'll be able to see kind of where I want to adjust. All right, I have a flat brush. So now I'm gonna do the trick where I put a little concealer on, and I'm taking that e.l.f. concealer again. So I'm actually not going to set that because I want to take this beautiful Illuminati is what that shiny shade is called. So I'm going to take that and I just want to show you guys. Let's see. Can you see how shiny that is? And I should probably use a brush for this. I cannot get over that people aren't talking about Makeup Geek in Target. Like I don't know why I haven't seen the bigger YouTubers talk about these quads. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Their loss, I guess. So I'm gonna go back into that olive green and I'm just gonna tap around that line because we want it to be nice and blended. Okay, so the next step for the eyes, this might ruin it, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna take this NYX pencil and I wanna take it and take a line down the crease, like where I've cut the crease. I'll show you and see how bad it is. I will take this NYX pencil. Let's see, it's in black, but it's an eyebrow and a eyeliner pencil. And I'm just gonna go through and smudge, and we'll just do a smudgy liner today. I'm gonna hop off camera, do the other eye, and then I'll meet you back and we can talk about lashes and whatnot. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, so I ended up finishing the other eye, and I also took this tape off, and holy macaroni, is it not a great piece of tape? Let's take this one off and see if I also nailed this line. Ka-chow. So now I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and so this is a luminous foundation. It may be a little light for my skin, but the tone is really good. And it has this little spatula, which is super cute. Let's sniff it. Smells like nail polish. So hopefully it doesn't destroy my skin. And I'm gonna go through and tap her on. So let's just see coverage-wise with just this much what it looks like. Nice. Okay. It is, you know, a tiny bit light, but it matches my neck perfectly. So, you know, it's gonna lighten up certain areas of my face, but definitely not going to be a bad color for me. I know that I'm slightly lighter than my chest. We have figured that out from the last video, and that's okay. But yeah, I really like the way it looks, and you see that soft glow that it's giving? As long as I don't break out, or my skin doesn't freak out, this might be my new favorite drugstore foundation. Like I told you, I did buy 2 concealers. I use the e.l.f. for my prep because it was super drying, and then I am gonna use the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer, and this one's in 110 Nude Ivory. Again, super light, but that is okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna take this, let's just go in with it. You go through and spot conceal a few places. When blending this out, it looks pretty skin-like. I'm not completely flabbergasted that it's dry or anything yet. I'm gonna see how my skin likes it. So I re-wet my sponge and just gonna make sure, and because it kind of got a little not saturated, and I want to go through and just make sure I don't have too much product on my face. I do this every time. Even if I use a sponge the whole time, I'll go through and really make sure I don't have too much makeup on. I'm gonna take, what am I feeling right now? I think I'm gonna take the Cody Airspun first and just do a fluffy, big, fat, fluffy brush. The Sigma Large Powder F20 is what I'm gonna use. And I'm just gonna go around the perimeter of the face where I'm gonna take bronzer, which I am so excited about the bronzer I'm about to use. I would like to also point out that I don't look nearly as white as the monitor's making me look, so we'll see in editing how bad I look. I'm gonna take this beautiful bronzer that I have been dying to try, and I got the lightest color, so we'll see how well this bronzes me up. Honestly, it'll probably be good just to give me an overall tan because this foundation is reading like Casper the Ghost White. So yeah, I'm taking the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and as soon as I started opening this guy, it comes with a little sponge, by the way, which I won't use because I have no desire to use a sponge and try to chisel my way through that. But as soon as I started opening this, before I even pulled it out of the pack, I could smell it, and it just smells like a paradise jewelry. So I'm gonna start off with the same brush I was using for powder, and I'm gonna just do a very generous wash of this all over the skin so that I can start warming myself up a little bit. There we go, she's starting to get some life to her. And now I'm gonna take a more refined brush, which is the Bellamy Tools 944, and I'm gonna start chiseling out those cheekbones with some bronzer. This bronzer is beautiful, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go back in with that Cody Airspun. Just clean up a little bit. And then I'm actually going to, on the under eyes, take a little bit of this, because this halo powder, just to give you an idea of it, the Cody Airspun is very much like translucent powder through and through. It's got a little bit more of a pinker tint than most. But this guy here, this Halo e.l.f. powder, has a glow to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is set under the eyes with that. I didn't want to necessarily highlight underneath the contour. What do I want to use for this? I guess I'll just use a sponge and tap it in. It really is smoothing me out. That's nice. It is time for blush and highlight. So I'm gonna use the Milani Luminoso. I wanted to succeed in the finding of blush, and I could not find another color that I liked more. So this is a product I've currently owned, so don't hate me. I'm just glad to bring back an oldie but a goodie. And I was told by my friend that the Mega Glow from Wet n Wild is something I needed to try. So this is a little pinky, and I don't know if I want that much pink on my face, so we'll see. But I'm gonna start out, I'm gonna just use my go-to blush brush from Tarte, and I'm actually gonna mix these two. So I'm gonna dab into both to create a really luminous bronzer, blush, and begin dusting that and see how it goes. Y'all, I love this. Stop. This combination is beautiful. I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so next I am actually going to line the waterline with that same liner that I used for the top. And I'm gonna take my sponge, and this is one of my favorite tricks. Let me back up some. You just slightly press, and then that waterline is revealed. I'm gonna take this Laura Mercier smudger brush and just begin working that into the bottom lash line and smoking it out. What I was doing is adjusting that really harsh line and just trying to soften it a little bit, which I think it did help a little. Just to go in there and kind of disrupt it a little bit. I think it's time for some lips and lashes and mascara. I wanted to show off my favorite mascara, which is the Lash Paradise. Alright guys, so for lashes, I picked up no other than Ardell. They are one of my favorite brands for lashes, just in general, but they just happen to be in the drugstore. Alright, let's pop these bad boys on. Alright guys, so I'm really hoping that these lips look good. So I'm going to start off with the NYX Suede Lip Pencil in the color London. I found when shopping that Maybelline had some of the best selection of nudes, so I'm gonna go in with the lightest I could find. I think it was $9.20. It's called Nude Lust. So I'm gonna pop that right in the center. I also grabbed something else, and I'm a little hesitant to see how it's gonna look, but can we talk about how this looks like a very close to Dose of Colors packaging, but this is Wet n Wild, and it's their liquid catsuit, so high shine lipstick. So I'm assuming just a really pigmented gloss, super light colored, but I was very drawn to this just because it's so pretty, and the doe foot, you can see the shape is super cute. So I just pop that in the center to really give it a contoured, highlighted look. Alright guys, that is it, and let me tell you, I am completely and utterly impressed with literally every product I got. Why haven't I bought more drugstore stuff before? I don't understand. Anyway, so I mean, to sum it all up, that really and seriously, I do love everything. I can't get over the way I look. The powders, fantastic. The concealers and the foundation, fantastic. Like, my face feels great. Like, I don't feel like I have makeup on. This, the best product I tried, period. Like, Makeup Geek, you are killing it, and I will own every single color of these at some point. The lip combination's amazing. These two will definitely stay in my kit, and I will continue to use them. Highlight and blush, I mean, come on, look at this. Come on, come on. And I'm so impressed by e.l.f. with their brow pencil is what I'm trying to say. The coloring is perfect. Oh goodness, I'm so excited. And I love this look. I can't wait to take photos in it. I feel fantastic. And guess what? I didn't have to spend, like, if I bought a full face at Sephora and bought like the giddy things, like me going into Target and being so excited to grab all this, if I bought the same quality in Sephora, I would have spent probably $500, $600, $700 on everything or more. The drugstore brands have stepped up to a point that it's like, why spend $50 on a primer? Maybe just because it's a hype thing and you have to review something or whatever, but I'm floored. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys grab some of these wonderful products. I highly, highly, highly recommend everything, and everything I use will be down in the bio. Please go to Target and shop for some makeup. I mean, I am full glam right now. Anyways, I can't stop. I won't stop raving about this. So I hope you guys are happy and healthy and safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Good things come to those who wait. Silhouette looking cinematic. Yeah, I bet you wish you had this. Bless me, I'm sicker than your average. So contagious.